Catching up with Mayor Matthew Dixon. Morning, Dicko.
Good morning. How you going? How'd you go on your break? You've been away for a
I had a
week.
great break. And on my way back from my break, you'll be happy to know that I purchased a number of big jugs of water bottles when I came back because still got a boiled water alert where I am in town. Some places have lifted it. Rifle Range Road, it's lifted, I believe.
Yeah, so is there any truth to the rumour that you left town because of the boil water alert and you've come back now hoping it's been lifted there? So, no, you're right. There's some zones that have been lifted. So, at the moment, we've got Rifle Range Reservoir. Now, if you're not sure where you are exactly, there is an interactive map. If you go to dubbo.nsw.gov.au/water, you can see a map of where your place is and where or which reservoir feeds your place. So on Monday, we lifted the Rifle Range Reservoir, all that section there, which is very roughly, but look at the map, it's south of Narromine Road and west of the river. But then today, hopefully, we should make an announcement later on today, maybe lunchtime or so. Just stay tuned for the second reservoir that might be lifted. And then Friday, we might lift the next reservoir. And then hopefully next week, we've had a bit of argy-bargy with New South Wales Health during this whole period. Yeah. We believe all the reservoirs are right to be lifted, but we can't lift them without New South Wales Health saying they're right to go. So they're being, in our opinion, overly cautious. I think that there's a bit more to go on that, and we'll have a bit of a debrief after it's all over, because I just think they've introduced new processes, new methodologies, and have decided to test them on Dubbo residents. So I just think they're a bit over the top at the moment.
Seems to be taking an awful long time, but can't wait for that the water. Obviously that boil water alert to be lifted right across the city. Here we've got some new citizens.
34 new citizens, and I actually get really excited. I do lots of fun things as mayor, talking on Triple M each fortnight is all obviously one of my highlights, but one of my great highlights is getting to make people new citizens. Now, it's not just me. I just don't decide, hey, you look like a new citizen. There's obviously a fairly extensive process they go through before they get to that final stage, but it's about the only chance I get to wear my beautiful necklace, my bling, my Mayoral chain. So I put those on and come along and basically say, right, 34 people here. And I do give them a final test. I make sure they know what to answer when I say Aussie, Aussie, Aussie. And if they don't say oi, 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 I say go to the back of the queue. No, I can't say that actually. I just say, well, look, you have to come along anyway. But it's really exciting. And you talk to these people after the ceremony and say, you were born in another country. It was a big decision to come from that country to this country. Like, that's a pretty big thing. I can't see myself ever doing it from Australia, but obviously people have done it from other countries. And then out of all the countries in the world, I get pretty excited that they chose Australia. And then out of all the places in Australia, they chose Dubbo. And I want to know why. And many of them do say Triple M is the best radio station, so I want to come here and listen to that.
I mean, obviously.
That's right. I tell them the correct answer is because of the great mayor we've got in Dubbo. But they've always got these fascinating stories, so I actually find it really exciting. But I also think it's really good for people in Dubbo to almost hear some of those stories and appreciate what we've got, because sometimes what we've got we take for granted either in this city or in this country. But when you hear people have come from across the seas to be here with us, you think, oh, wow, what we've got here is pretty special. So it is a really uplifting day, and we had lots of councillors along for the day as well. We had Superintendent Danny Sullivan, we had Dougal Saunders, Mark Colton. So it was a cast of thousands there to welcome them in, and they were pretty excited, and photos and cameras were going crazy.
Speaking of photos and cameras going crazy, you've got a big morning this morning cutting ribbons down at Cobra Street, I hear.
Carl's Jr. So are you coming along to that? I thought that'd be just the place for you to be at.
If you know me, you know I won't be anywhere else in town. I would have been camping out in the drive-thru to try and get the free burgers for a year if I didn't have this job. I'm telling you right now.
I do like their promotion. Free burgers for a year. That'll keep we'll keep people going for a year, I suppose. But it's Carl's Jr. That's been sitting there for some time. You drive past Carl's Jr. and you see it there. You think it's got to be opening soon. Surely it's got to be opening soon. So finally this morning, 9:30, it all starts there. 9:30, cutting the ribbon sometime after 9:30 this morning. So that'll be pretty exciting. And it's just good to see businesses who want to invest in Dubbo. I do hear lots of businesses are looking at Dubbo, wanting to invest in Dubbo. There's a process to go through. You've got to maybe find some land or find a building and get it fitted out. And so there's a process to go through for a business to move here. But the great part is they want to be here. Businesses see great opportunity here, see a good, strong economy here. So fantastic. And let's see more businesses come along and open up on our doorstep.
This will be my fourth Carl's Jr. opening, I believe. I worked a bit with them, on the Gold Coast and in Brisbane and that. And I've just got to give you a bit of a heads up. Make sure you grab one of their shakes because they are unbelievable. We'll see you down there this morning at 9:30, Dicko.
Oh, yeah, sounds good, mate. I didn't know you were such a tragic for Carl's Jr. openings.
I'm a tragic for food, mate.